Welcome everyone to the Society of Thoracic Surgeons General Thoracic Surgery Database User Group call. Today is Wednesday, August the 24th. So welcome everyone. And thank you for joining today's call. On the call with me today from the STS side, we have myself and Carol Crone and Emily Conrad and Sydney Clinton. And from our IQVIA team, we have Joe and Melanie. Unfortunately, Ruth is not able to join us today, so she has been out of the office unexpectedly. Again, she's not able to join us. So I do not have any new information this week from our last call. So I'll just go over our STS updates really briefly that I covered on the last call. Then IQVIA will provide their brief updates as well. And then we'll end with user feedback. If you guys have any questions, I know we're approaching the harvest close. So if you have any questions that you need or would like to get answered prior, either from the STS side, as well as from the IQVIA team, if you have any outstanding questions, please feel free to put those into the Q&A and we can get those answered for you. But again, not a lot of new information from us on for today's call. So really quickly again, as I stated, Ruth has been out of the office unexpectedly. So the training manual has yet to be updated, as well as I know she has the surgeon worksheet completed and that information is coming. And I do sincerely apologize and we really do appreciate your patience, but we'll get all this information posted as soon as Ruth is back in the office and we're able to get this information out to you. So again, really do apologize and we appreciate your patience. The spring 22 analysis results were released. As you all are aware, the lung and esophageal composite reports were posted within the platform on July 11th. And then we did have the participant results for the benchmark and legacy reports were released separately, and those were made available in the platform as of Monday, August the 15th. We did send a separate communication out to our participants, letting you all know that those benchmark and legacy reports were released and are available. If you do have any report related questions, if you could please direct those to GTSD tech support at IQVIA.com. And as always, STS and STS will be looped in as needed in assistance if we need to assist with answering any of those questions. In the last call, I provided an update regarding the IQVIA platform. The participant ID specific contact list is now available to you all within the IQVIA platform. So if you need to see a list of the current contacts that are associated with your site, those that report participant-specific contact list report, that's a lot of words, is now available within the platform. And let me go back and show you, for those of you that, because I know not everyone was able to be on the call last week. So let me show you where that report is located. Okay, let me go here. So if you go to the IQVIA platform, if you click on operational reports, and within the operational reports, you'll see here the contact list report. Just click here and this will bring up the list of current contacts at your site. This is a dummy site, so obviously the report is empty for me as I don't have any contacts. Again, this is just a dummy site, but this is what the report would look like. It would have the contact name and the role for your contacts. So that is now available to you within the IQVIA platform. If you need to make any changes to that contact list, if you need to add new users or deactivate current users that have access to the IQVIA platform, you must complete the STS participant contact form that's out on the STS website. The participant contact form can be found, I get this question a lot, the participant contact form can be found under STS National Database. And if you scroll down on this main page, scroll down to Database Forms, the participant contact form, as well as Schedule A and Schedule B can be located here. So just click on the participant contact form and fill out the form here. If you have any questions about completing that form, please reach out to our team at stsdb@sts.org for assistance, and Addie would be able to help you with any questions related to completing that participant contact form. Also, as I stated earlier, just a reminder, we are approaching the close of the fall 22 harvest. That harvest is scheduled to close on September the 9th. So we are a couple of weeks, 2 weeks away from the close. Participants have until September the 13th to opt out. And of course, the fall 22 harvest does include procedures up through June 30th of 2022. And we are expecting the report to be released this winter. So again, the harvest close is quickly approaching. So we do encourage you to submit your data sooner rather than later. So if anything unexpected does happen, you have plenty of time to address any of those outstanding issues. Regarding STS public reporting, the public reporting website was updated on July 11th. And of course, that does utilize results from the fall 21 harvest. That reporting period includes July 1, 2018 through June 30th of 2021. If you do have any public reporting related questions, please reach out to Sydney Clinton directly. And Sydney is on the call today. So if you have any public reporting related questions, we could probably get those addressed for you on this call as well. But of course, Sydney can be reached directly via email at sclinton@sts.org. 2022 audit, of course, is underway. Those sites that are undergoing the audit, if you have any questions, again, please just reach out to CRS directly. And I think as far as I know, everything is going smoothly with the audit. But again, if you have any, if any of the selected sites have questions, please reach out to CRS and they can assist you in any way. All right. Also, as you guys are aware, AQO is vastly approaching, and this year AQO is held October the 26th through the 28th in Providence, Rhode Island, with our General Thoracic Day being held on Wednesday, the 26th. We are approaching the end of the early bird registration is valid up through Friday, August the 26th. So we do encourage you to take advantage of that early bird pricing sooner rather than later. Of course, just a reminder that for those that are not aware, we do have the in-person as well as the virtual pass. One of the things that we are emphasizing with the virtual pass is to please note that this is not a live streaming event. All of the in-person sessions will be recorded, and then these recordings will be made available to our virtual pass attendees in mid-November. Post AQO, we will have a AQO webinars likely in January, where we'll bring back all of our speakers, and those attendees that were not able to attend in person will have the opportunity, as well as those participants those data managers that did attend in person will have the opportunity to ask questions from our presenters from the in-person meeting at AQO. Also, the block of rooms is reserved at the Omni Providence Hotel. So of course, these rates are guaranteed through Tuesday, October 4th. So we just do encourage you to reserve your room as well. And also just a reminder that STS AQO is going green. So all materials will be posted and available for download prior to AQO. So if you are one of those people that does like to have hard copies and write your notes, just please be sure to print out any materials and bring those with you if you are attending the conference in person. Also, if you do need a justification letter, that is also available out on the STS website. So if you go to the STS website, click on meetings, click on live courses, you can scroll down to the 2022 AQO link here. And from this AQO page, we have all information AQO. You get a schedule, our preliminary agendas posted, registration, hotel, and then you can click here to request the justification letter from our STS president, Dr. Calhoun. If you have any questions regarding AQO, most all of our information can be found here. You can add your name to the interest list to receive event updates. And of course, if you have any questions regarding registration, here's the link to contact our meetings department. If you have any questions regarding the program and continuing education, you can contact Emily directly here via this link as well. That's all I have. Next, we're going to turn things over to Joe really quickly for our IQVIA update. Joe.
Great, thanks, Leanne. As Leanne said, it will be very quickly. So For the August 2022 release, we did have a couple items. These items are already in the system. Just letting you know what we did. So for the risk adjusted dashboard reports, we did enable the other reports, the benchmark reports, the legacy reports on all your harvest reports. So those should now be available to you. And the print and export button has also been re-enabled. So you should have full functionality on that report at this time. And then on the next slide, we also address some issues with the lung cancer and esophageal cancer staging procedures. We updated that report logic to include the version 5.21.1 changes for certain variables that have been identified. And so those updates have been made, and those results should now be accurate as well. And that is it for me.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Joe. All right. As always, here's my contact information if you all need to get in touch with me directly. And also, if you have questions regarding your participation agreements or any contacts at your site or updating contacts, of course, just reach out to us at stsdb@sts.org. Upcoming monthly webinars, just wanted to note that our next monthly webinar is scheduled for September the 14th at 1:30 Central Time. We had our new data manager webinar originally scheduled for, I believe it was September the 28th. Yes, I think it was September the 28th, but we actually we have a conflict, so we will be coming up with a new date for our new data manager webinar. So we'll provide information on that new date on our next monthly webinar on the 14th. So Carol and I are going to be working on that in the background. We actually just had an internal staff meeting scheduled during that exact same time as that new data manager webinar. So we need to move that date around a little bit. And that's all that I have. I see Jean wanted to, here's my information, Jean. I saw a note in the chat. So here's my contact information again. My email, ljones@sts.org. That's the best way to reach me and quickest way to reach me. But yep, there you go. All right, Carol, we've got some questions. We're going to answer as many as we can. I'm not sure we can answer any clinical questions, but let's answer the questions that we can. And all, I really do apologize. Let's see. Submitted my GTSD data. There were no critical errors, only few errors related to the TIN and some warnings. Okay. That's great, Dave. Also, I would encourage you to check your missing variable report. Do look for any missing data regarding the mortality field. So you just want to ensure that you're meeting all of those mortality thresholds. All of that information is outlined in the analysis overview. But again, that's great. You had no critical errors, only a few issues, the TIN and some warnings. But again, just really do encourage you to check that missing variable report for any variables that may have missing data related to risk models and of course the mortality variables. Mary, I submitted a couple of clinical questions. With Ruth being out, any idea when these would be answered? So I will be, Carol and I are gonna work through, we're gonna take a look and talk to Ruth and work through these clinical questions, but we'll do our very best to get these questions answered for you as quickly as possible. So I'm hoping Ruth will be back very soon. So let's see. And Carol and I can take a look at the outstanding questions and work with Ruth and get your answers to you as quickly as possible. The patient is transferred from another hospital to my hospital for a procedure for which he remains. Do I use the initial admission date from the other hospital or the admission date into my hospital? I don't know. Carol, are you still on? I don't know if you're able, I think you're on another call. Joanne, can you, if you have not submitted this via the FAQs, can you submit this question to the FAQ? Because Carol and I are going to go through, and I'm really hesitant to answer any questions, directly here, and need to consult with Carol. So I really do apologize. But yeah, well, outstanding, yes, Linda, outstanding FAQs that were submitted be answered before the harvest. Yes, I'll work with Ruth and then also pull in some of the surgeons if I need to get answers for you all. So yes, we will be working through that. This message is for Akivia. On my second day of DDE. Letter F on the form is missing on my current case. How do I fix this issue? I don't know,
I
Melanie.
think we need to have that
Yeah.
submitted. I don't know. The letter F on the form is missing. I am not sure. I think we need a little bit more context.
Yeah, Odette, if you could submit that to tech support and maybe perhaps provide a screenshot or some additional context, and then tech support would can follow up with you and see what's going on. Let's see here. Oakley. And 2017 patient low load for carcinoid on surveillance. Oakley, if you've not submitted this to FAQ, if you could please submit that to the FAQ, and Carol and I will review all these questions together, and then we'll get back to you all individually. So again, I apologize for not being able to answer these questions immediately right now, but Carol and I need to look through these questions and discuss them and then get back to you all individually. So again, I do apologize. And looks like you also sent in your question regarding the Social Security field. Yep, we will take a look at that and get back to you. So again, thank you. Again, I apologize, everyone. This was kind of, unexpected, and I did not want to cancel this call and reschedule it since we are so close to the harvest close, and I don't have another call we don't have another call scheduled right before the harvest closed. So again, I really do apologize, and we will work through the questions that are in the FAQ and get a response back to you. So I really do appreciate it. And Mary, if you haven't submitted this question regarding the transfer scenario, that would be great. To look for different encounter numbers to indicate two different admissions. If the transfer is listed under one encounter number, then it is one admission. Okay. Yep. And if you need clarification, Mary, yep, just submit that FAQs and Carol and I will work through those. Here we go. This looks like it might be for IQVIA. When reviewing the participant dashboard report and select all for procedures, I am missing 5 people. Those 5 will show up when I select none as the procedure. Shouldn't it show the none when I select all?
I believe, and this is Melanie with IQVIA, I believe right now the way that it's coded, it actually does not include the none. I think there's a tracking item to have that updated, but right now it is reporting it out separately. But if you don't have a ticket already submitted in regards to this question, please go ahead and submit that in. And then we can indicate that this is being raised by another site. But I believe that right now it's reporting out separately.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Transfers should be considered as one mission or two. Okay, thank you, Mary. Yes, if you submitted that, we'll discuss that with the core group and with the surgeons regarding your transfers. Yes, thank you, and we will discuss that with the core group and get back to you and to everyone. Missing 30-day mortality status for surges other than primary lung cancer and esophageal cancer will not count towards the 2% missing threshold. That would exclude my data from analysis. Correct. So let me pull over the analysis overview. So the in the analysis overview, you can see the criteria for the missing data and the thresholds and how they are, how the thresholds are calculated. So the thresholds are calculated based upon the overall composite population eligible for reporting. So for the lobectomy population, esophagectomy population, and the primary lung cancer resection population. The populations for each one of these composites is included in this report overview. So again, it's just those records that are eligible for those composites. So it's not including any of those optional procedures. It's just for those primary lung and esophageal cancer and the primary lung cancer resection records. I hope that answers your question. I've got too many windows open over here. Is there any reporting value by abstracting patients that have non-cancer esophagectomy procedures? For example, for an esophageal, I'm going to murder this word. Patient, my surgeon wanted these entered, but since it's not esophageal cancer, I'm not sure what reporting value they will receive. So if it's not cancer, it's not going to be obviously included in the composite. And for the benchmark and legacy reports, these are the if for the non-cancer, if there's for anything for the esophagectomy, if they have any of these procedures, it would be included here in this benchmark and legacy reports. But if not, you know, it wouldn't be included in any other areas of the report. There wouldn't be any risk adjustment or anything like that, or you know, risk adjusted reporting for those cases. You know, you're welcome to collect data on those internally and do any types of, you know, internal reporting for quality improvement for internally. But as far as the STS reporting, they would not be included in any of that other in any of these STS reporting. Let's see. Mary, your number of esophagectomies submitted and mortality numbers and percentages do not correlate with the IQVIA legacy report. And you put a ticket in, and I think Melanie and her team will be looking into that. So they'll get in touch with you. Let's see. Also, having a known or missing value for 30-day post-discharge readmission won't impact being included in analysis, correct? So here are the variables that are used in the missing data threshold. It's mortality, discharge status, and MT30 stat. So those are the only two variables that we're looking at for the analysis thresholds. So it's, again, MT-DC stat and MT30 stat. I noticed on my missing variable report, the COVID lab question is not registering. It's popping up as a warning.
Yes, that is the temp field. I believe it's the temp code field that will be added to the missing variable report. It was not one of the standard variables that was being collected. So the report will be updated to include that. But in the meantime, I believe, again, you saw a warning to notify in regards to that field. All right, so we will post an update in regards to when that will be updated.
Awesome. Thank you, Melanie. And I think also this next question, if we ask IQVIA to delete a patient record and we have already deleted the same record in our third-party tool, do I need to re-upload the original file without the deleted record?
Right. So the system will auto detect if you remove the patient within that surgery time period that you're uploading. If you uploaded that patient and it's in IQVIA at the moment, and then you went back and removed that patient and then exported the file with the patient removed, the system will automatically pick up that change and it will deactivate or delete that patient. So that's how it will basically remove the record in IQVIA.
Awesome. Thank you, Melanie.
Mhm.
All right. I'm not seeing any additional questions. Also, I did want to point out one of our awesome data managers contacted me today letting me know that the webinar from our last webinar, the monthly webinar on August the 10th, is not yet posted. Just a quick update. We did have we're down one team member in our marketing department, so it is taking a little bit longer to get those recordings and slides updated and posted into the STS website. So I sincerely apologize for that as well. If you need the slide deck, our marketing team is working on that ASAP. So I'm hoping to get that webinar posted by the end of this week. If you need that slide deck immediately, please feel free to email me directly and I can send that out. Happy to send that slide deck out to you in the interim. But of course, our marketing team is working to get that recording and slide deck up posted as quickly as possible. So I apologize. All right. I'm not seeing any additional questions. Again, everyone, if you do have any questions or something comes up between now and harvest close, please feel free to reach out to me directly. I'm happy to help in any way I can. And again, as I stated earlier, Carol and I will be working through the FAQs, working to get those answered for you. And we may need to pull in surgeons to get those answered. So if you could just please be a little bit patient with us, but we will try and get those answered for you prior to the harvest close. We're going to do the best that we can. So, and hoping Ruth will be back here very soon. So, again, reach out to me directly and happy to assist in any way. Still don't see any additional questions. So I think this will end up just being a short call for today. Again, everyone, I really do apologize, and we'll get those questions and answers out to you as quickly as we can. All right. Odette said problem solved. Thank you. Awesome. That's good news. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining today. If you have any questions, go Steelers. You're welcome, Mary. Go Bears. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly. I hope you guys all have a great rest of the week. And again, please don't hesitate to reach out to me with any questions. Happy to assist in any way. Thanks STS team and IQVIA team for being on with me today. I appreciate it. All right. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you on their next monthly webinar on September 14th. Thanks everyone. Hope you have a great day.